Jesus! Fuck! Oh, shit! Wait, how? Hello? I'm so sorry. No, I didn't...
Okay, so I didn't think I would be talking about this game once more in just 3 days, but here we are again with this upcoming weird FPS horror game called Ill. The game was in my top 6 video of the weirdest upcoming FPSs, and its new cinematic trailer didn't help clear things up at all, but I am absolutely in for whatever they're doing. We also have some other gaming news to talk about in this video, including a new Atomic Heart trailer, which shows some beautiful and violent new footage, a beautiful and scary Cthulhu game coming up, a new World War II single-player game, and more, so let's get right into it. Before we start, as always, make sure you drop a like on this video and let's do it. So, this new cinematic / cutscene trailer for Ill is another amazing showcase the developer planned on sharing, and he is also promising to share more footage and such over the coming days and weeks, so I will definitely be covering it. Ill is being created by the developers Cloud Games, with Oleg Dovenko at its top. The team is on Patreon right now and as we speak, and is looking to get a publishing team and overall some support from the fans, so make sure you check it out, link in the description below. Oleg, the CEO of Cloud Games, if you didn't know him, is a famous 2D and 3D artist which has shared a ton of short first-person experiences and cinematic movies over the past years. Not only does every video he shares is absolutely unique and grotesque, it shows what he can do if he would decide to create a game one day, at least for the cinematic and first-person experience part. And that is exactly what he is doing right now with Ill. Presented as a horrific first-person adventure game, Ill has 3 main goals they truly want to achieve when the game releases, which will differ itself from all other games. First, the Russian studio plans a truly immersive visual design like no other game has offered before, and also a very disturbing design, which by this new trailer is reminding me of Resident Evil 7 and Outlast, and I absolutely love it. Their other goals is to have an extremely advanced physics system with interactive environments, advanced ragdolls and dismemberment, which by looking again at this footage, you definitely know what they mean. They also want to create a story that is not as complicated as other horror FPSs similar to this, but offer a story that is understandable to everyone, but also include an adventure full of shocking discoveries. I'm really excited to know more about Ill, and make sure you let me know if you do too. Next up, we have a new Atomic Heart trailer which shows some absolutely beautiful and violent new footage, and once again I'm getting some weird Bioshock and Fallout vibes from it. With this trailer, the Atomic Heart developer Munfish have begun to focus more on ray-traced lightning and shadows. Everything else they've worked before with Nvidia and such are still there, but the game wants to bring a more darker and moodier tone than before, and I do think it looks really good. I don't mind them changing anything about the game as long as it feels right. And this right here is a pretty good change. The team at Munfish is closely working with Nvidia to make the most beautiful game world you've seen, as said by the developers. The game world consists of huge open world regions full of lush Soviet nature and less spacious territories of the facility complexes with its secret underground and above ground labs, also bunkers and robotic logistics systems. Most of the enemies are a variety of machines produced at the facility. Each robot was originally made to serve the needs of the Soviet industry or to help Soviet citizens in a daily life. The robots are implemented with a combat program that should be activated in a case of war. And well, there's no war, but you're here, so they'll definitely fight you. Atomic Heart is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One and X, and PC. I cannot wait for this. Next up, we have a new beautiful upcoming Cthulhu game called The Shore, which is releasing next month, and I'm definitely planning on playing this. The Shore is a game that focuses on the mystery of the unknown, on a forbidden island with horror elements. The whole story is based on mythology that goes deep through Lovecraft's creations and beyond. The players will see the story from the eyes of a father who lost his lovely daughter and will experience the world through immersive atmospheric gameplay while trying to encounter the most nightmarish nightmarish Lovecraftian entities, also survive and to solve mind-blowing puzzles, all that to save his daughter's life while being hunted. You will try to survive and uncover the secrets behind the mystery of his own sanity. This game is not just about walking and seeing things though. You will be fighting some of these things and try to survive the madness. Presented with a Lovecraftian style, as players dive deeper and deeper into the mystery, they'll face overwhelming odds, and Andrew's moments, the main character, that will make you question his sanity, and also a series of slow burn scenes. It's only by mastering the artifacts of the old god's combat mechanic that they can stay one step ahead of the darkness that tries to swallow the world of his. But will that be enough? With the ghost of an action/mystery/horror playstyle and the mind of a psychological thriller, The Shore's dramatic atmosphere, deep and multi-layered story, and exceptionally tense and horrific combat sequences provide players with an overwhelming and stunning gaming experience. The game will provide players with a very challenging exploration, as you will enter into unknown dimensions and come face to face with horrific entities that will try to stop you from gaining knowledge. The Shore will always have a very chilling atmosphere and tension, because what can a human do against the fear of the unknown? Absolutely nothing, and that's what's so creepy about it. I've always been fascinated by Lovecraft lore, and this project wants to bring a little bit of it to life. The Shore is releasing on February 19 next month. Next up, we have Land of War. The developers of this upcoming single-player World War II game have just released a brand new developer diary for the game, which they show a new look at gameplay and cutscenes. Even though this is a World War II game and there are many out there, I feel like Land of War has something that others don't, especially through its gameplay and graphics. I don't really know what it is, but it feels darker and more real in a sense. Land of War is absolutely the first video game to concentrate on the 1939 and 1940 period of World War II. This early stage war was completely omitted until now, and the creators of Land of War have always been fanatics of classical World War II shooters, which inspired this new game. As a result, their product reflects the principles underlying some of the earliest games in the genre: clean and simple gameplay with intuitive steering and plenty of enemies to kill. All the game chapters of this project are based on the epic historical battles and authentic gear and equipment. It provides fast-paced action, a constant exchange of fire and intensity of fight based on yet uncharted period of World War II. Along with this unusual war period, Land of War explore weapons never or rarely used in games before. Some of those weapons are prototypes only at the start of the war. The game's story at its core is about assuming the duties of a young soldier involved in numerous battles and skirmishes with fast advancing German war machine. Become a scout, an infantryman, and a leader. Go to battle on foot, driving armored vehicles, or flying an airplane. You can use any of 40 plus types of weapons, some of them not featured in any game before. Pretty excited for it. Finally, we have the upcoming massive expansion, which is basically a new game for the open world single player and co-op game Green Hell. Now, at its core, Green Hell is an open world survival simulator set in the uncharted unique setting of the Amazonian rainforest. You are left alone in the jungle without any food or equipment, trying to survive and find your way out. Clinging to life, the player is set on a journey of durability, as the effects of solitude wear heavy not only on the body but also the mind. There's many survival elements like crafting and such, and also includes a brand new story. Now, Green Hell wants to bring new players in with a story prequel called The Spirits of Amazonia, for which they also announced the game is coming to PS4 and Xbox One soon. In Spirits of Amazonia, an event taking place before Green Hell's original story mode, players step into Jake's shoes as he aims to befriend an Amazonian tribe for the first time. Tasked with new legendary quests, Jake will be put on this new path by the tribe's mysterious shaman as he uncovers new map areas and solves challenging riddles. The game again features an all-new story happening before the events of Green Hell's story mode. It has also a new map separated from the first map, 4 new legendary quests, a new mushroom with new experiences, a new spike tree which you need to be careful of when chopping down, and a new custom building part, which is a balcony. Overall, this survival game is still very underrated, and I hope this expansion can bring in the new players it wants. Alright guys, that is all for today's gaming news. If you'd like to see more of this in the future, make sure you drop a like on this video and of course subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks to Space Beer Gaming, Rush Shimbati, I Am Legend, Diamond Hunter 45, Themistocles, Rickno23 and Kianzo Fagari for being a master member on the channel. You can become a Survivor member for as low as 99 cents a month. It'll help me and the channel as a whole to make more and better videos.